Hi everyone, today I want to quickly walk you through three key economic indicators: GDP, inflation, and unemployment, and how they help us understand where we are in the business cycle. This is super important for planning and decision making in our organization. First up, GDP is basically the total value of everything a country produces. If GDP is going up, the economy is growing. If it's going down, we may be heading into a slowdown or even a recession. Second is inflation. That's when prices go up over time. A little inflation is normal in a healthy economy. But if prices rise too fast, people can't afford as much, and that hurts spending and confidence. Third, unemployment. This told us how many people can't find a job. High unemployment means businesses are not hiring, demand is weak. But if unemployment is super low, wages may rise, and this can push inflation up. Put together, those three indicators shows us where we are in a growth phase, a slowdown or somewhere in between. And for us, knowing where the economy is at helps us decide when to invest, expand, or maybe hold back. Now let's talk about tariffs and the third world, and how they affect both Australia and the US using the ADAS model. From Australia's side, if the US puts tariffs on our products, we expose this. This means less demand for our goods, which shifts the AD growing to the left. That can slow down the economy, reduce GDP, and increases unemployment. On top of that, cost may rise, shifts AS to the left too, leading to inflation. In US, tariffs may help the local industries in the short term. AD goes up, but higher cost and retaliation from other countries could later shift AS left, causing inflation and slower growth. Okay, globally, tensions make things uncertain, and because Australia relies a lot on exports, we are especially sensitive to what happens between major players like the US and China. For our business, if we depend on global suppliers, our export markets, those tariffs can cause rising costs, less demand, and currency risks. So it's really important we keep an eyes on third parties and adjust our sourcing and planning as needed. Okay, next, let's look at behavioral economics. This helps us understand why people sometimes can chooses that are not in their best interest, like picking unhealthy food even when they want to be healthier. Traditional economics says people are always rational, but behavioral economics knows that's not always true. People are emotional, reached, and influenced by habit. Here are four key ideas: instant gratification. We want to reward now, even if it's bad for us later. Shuttle bias. People like sticking to what they know. Default options. If junk food is the default, most people won't change it. Bounded rationality. We don't always have the time or energy to think through our choices. So what can we do with that? In our company, we can use that like nudges, smart defaults, our reward system to help people, whether that's supporting staff health, influencing customers' behavior, or improving decision making. If we understand how people will think, we can design better systems that work. And lastly, let's think about AI and its impacts on jobs and pay. Imagine the workforce is split into two groups, skilled and unskilled workers. Unskilled jobs, things that are repetitive or manual, are the first to be replaced by machines. So demand for those workers goes down and the wages drop. Some may lose their jobs completely. Skills job like programming or data analysis are in high demand with AI. That's driving wages up for those roles. So what happens? The gap between low and high paid workers gets bigger. That's wage inequality. If we don't act, the divide will grow. But if we invest in training, both human AI teamwork and make opportunities fair, we can reduce that gap. For us as a business, that means thinking ahead, helping our team upskill and making sure we're growing in the way that included everyone, not just the teaching experts.